Hello, hello, hello. Hey, bosses. Happy Wednesday, winning Wednesday. Hope you are doing well. Just wanted to pop on live today just to quick check in. I haven't done this live in a while, and I want to make sure that I stay connected, see what you guys are doing, what are you up to. Today's been a long day. It's been a long couple of months. I think the last time I've been live consistency was in July for ECS Turn 2. And then I've been welcoming our new um, mentees in our business group. Sorry. And that has been a joy just to be able to welcome these wonderful mentees in there. And they understand the assignment. They come in, they work. And one thing that I'm doing differently this time around is just being able to have that time with them one on one and do a pre onboarding, well, introductory call so they can talk to me. We see and go over their application and develop a roadmap for them so they can work on for the next 3 months. And before at the end of that 3 months, we will see, okay, how far have they gotten? So well, anyways, I'm not coming in just to talk about mentoring because the mentoring group is closed. And that will be closed until the end of October, until October probably. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a pop up. Hey, 24-hour, 48-hour to join our groups. Maybe I'll do that. So maybe if we have enough people on the waiting list, we can open it up if there are enough people on the waiting list for those who really want to come in too. So, anyways, if you're still interested in the mentoring group, you can still join the waiting list. So I'm just coming on because on Friday we'll be going live officially, and we're going to be talking about branding. So if you are going to GovCon or any networking events or anything virtual or in person, we're going to be talking about branding. So if you have any branding questions, feel free to drop those branding questions in the chat because we're going to come in as a team on and we'll be talking about branding because branding is more than just your logo, and we're going to be talking about going beyond that logo, the history of branding, what does it mean, and some tools that you can use to take your branding to the next level. And I'm going to be sharing a couple of tips that I've been sharing with my mentees on here, so you'll be able to see the behind the scene, about that. One of the reasons I started my journey on that is last year my business went through a whole rebrand because I left teaching, and I had the business for 1 year, and I really wanted to focus on what direction I wanted to go for my business. So I've been praying about, okay, what direction I want to go. I know I want to do business coaching and consultant, but just didn't know what direction I wanted to go specifically because I can do a lot. But I had to really narrow it down, become focused. So I decided to rebrand last year in November. So this November, gonna make it 1 year since I rebranded, and it began by just doing some research in the background. Okay, what do I want to be known for? Thinking about my story, and then making sure I talk to people that who have more experience than me to put me in the right direction. So I think I had one consultation with one of my business besties, Abby W, and she took a look at my website and she's like, "Who are you branding? Who are you? Who's your website for?" I'm thinking, I like pink. It's it make me feel happy. And she's like, "You're not selling to yourself." And that was really a great eye opener because I was able to see it from her perspective as someone coming in to my business and say, okay, what's the customer experience? So I had some other business coaches. I joined the Amazon Accelerator program, and we started working on messaging. And I one of my milestone was, I was part of the NASDAQ, so my NASDAQ was my milestone was a transition out of teaching, and I was like focusing on my messaging. And um, I know that having a coach or a business coach to point you in the right direction was helpful. So with going back to the Amazon Accelerator coach that I have, although I was in there just to put products in there, I didn't really have a product, but that coaching session was very impactful for me. Although I feel like I was not able to make sales on Amazon because I'm a service based business and my product that I have is not strong enough yet. So there's a power in yet. That's a quote. My not power. So not strong enough yet. So when I'm ready, I'll go back in. But um we had a conversation on my story, like crafting my story. So it began by me telling them more about myself, and from him hearing my story and my journey from the classroom to becoming a CEO, that really honed in. And then to hear him reflect back to me the points of the story that really resonate with him, really helped me fine tune my story. So that was like my journey began. So that was the first part of me figuring out, okay, my messaging, because branding is beyond the logo. You see the logo, you see the colors, you see the outfits, whatever. It's not really about the logo. If you watch one of my TikToks or my last reel, I talk about, it's beyond the logo. It's how you want people to see you, how you want the world to see you. So, and I had, I think I told my business coach, I told her, like, hey, one of my goals for 2023 is that I will be known everywhere. So, but it's basically communicating my message. So if you are interested in your branding and you're in the midst of, okay, I'm about to do a rebrand, start by your story. Start by figuring out your story, crafting, telling your story, and telling it to others and seeing what part of your story points out, stand out to them. And in that point, as you share your story and they share what stood out to them, you will be able to feel that, okay, what part of my messaging do I put in my business and how do I sell my business? Because sometimes when you look at your customers look a little bit like yourself, right? And you want to do it. So it come to the point where I began my journey last year saying that I help um, military spouse women. I don't even say it anymore, but I have military spouse women, see that entrepreneurship can be a portable option for them, and I coach them through that process. But now I don't even do that anymore. That was my journey before, and now I help women who are fighting for their lives in business become more productive, become more visible, and take their brand to the next level. So it's just like, okay, I had to really fine tune that message to get, what do I do? And find an all encompassing message about that. So, and it take me a while to be doing that. I'm just starting to fine tune what I do for others, but because I can do a lot, but branding, the first part of your brand is to consider what your story is and telling your story. Tell your story to others. See what stands out to them, and be able to pull those key elements that stood out to them and be able to use that in your messaging, because branding is not just your logo, it's beyond the logo. So I started off with that, my message, my value. And you talk about your values of what is really essential to you, and narrowing down your values. Every day for the past couple of months, I started working with the NASDAQ as a program facilitator now. So this is what I do. I help onboard entrepreneurs daily, help them set their milestone, figure out what their vision is and what their mission, and be able to walk with them for 12 weeks as they accomplish their goals. So just talking to them and seeing their problem, I say, okay, I did have to do the same thing for myself. Like, what is my values? And narrowing it down, what is important to me? So my story, my values, and then how do I want people to feel my why? Why am I doing this? So, and I had to really go deep on that. So on Friday, I'm going live talking more about my branding journey. So if you are available, I think Friday at I think it was 6 Eastern, we're going to be going live on the same platform. Also on Instagram, I'm trying to see if I can do like a multi-tier live. So wherever you're at, you can do it. But if you have questions about branding, I'm gonna be doing a couple of exercises on Friday too about that. Get your pen and paper out, ready to be like a live webinar, a live webinar on branding, and just answering your questions about that, just sharing my journey, telling you what I did, right? What I did to become more visible. That was one of my goals. My goals was to become more visible. If you're tuning in, just say hi in the chat so I can know that you're watching. And I'm using StreamYard, so I don't even know who pops on or what. But I just want to come on tonight for a couple of minutes and just share a few words of encouragement. Well, a few words about what branding is and a little bit about my journey, about how it started, and now it's just like I am helping other women do what I do, right? And part of it is one of the reasons why we don't get sales or have people know what we do is because they don't understand your message and your story and your need to tell your story. I started as a educator for 17 years, teaching, helping teachers learn technology and being able to make my class look a certain way. And I think my last year of teaching, I had been teaching my student how to do their own podcasts. They were doing their vision board. We were doing their own what was it, their own was it newsletters, all of these different things. But before that, while I was teaching, I also have a nonprofit that we did events on, and we do retreats. We're able to work on the inner part, and now so just being able to pivot and do this business, the not for profit side, because I wanted to be able to separate what I do for my business side and a nonprofit to make sure the nonprofit is more mission focused and the for profit is just more what I can do, my legacy work, and where I can help other people a little quicker without my hand being tied with a nonprofit part. But on Friday, we'll be going more deeper into branding, and you just share that. So I switch. I tell all this to say is one of the reason why I started Elaram Creative Solution was to be able to help entrepreneurs, because I have been getting a lot of help requests from business owners, giving them strategies. People coming to me for a strategy idea, and I give them all these ideas, and they will take those ideas and take it to the next level. So my experience as an educator, my experience as a businessman, I have a business management degree and a visual arts degree. I see things a little bit differently. So I'm able to see things a little bit differently and be able to put in perspective and take it to the next level. So, and I love researching. I think part of the reason why I am good with this part is because this takes a lot of research. So one of the books that I read, I don't think I have the book right here on my desk, but one of the books what was helping me was starting with why, or begin with why. One of those start with why or begin with why. I'll figure it out and I'll put it later on. But that book I read it. I'm still gonna read it again because it really helped me um, think about why am I doing what I'm doing. So as business owners, when you think about your why, when you think about your business, you need to think about why you're doing it and how can you communicate that why to your audience, right? How do you communicate that why to your audience, and how you communicate your message to your audience? Because not only are you want to tell them, okay, here is the problem, you know, I have the solution, but they need to know how the newer people who are in the market, they want to know, why should I buy from you? Because the market is so saturated with a lot of people doing the same thing or similar things, and all the noise. You're competing with social media and funny cat videos and funny baby videos and dog videos and all these different little social media challenge. Why should they stop and listen to you for a moment and hear what you have to say and buy from you? So first is, so at first I started thinking, okay, I need to post everything I'm doing on social media, to the point like, you know what, I'm just going to focus on letting you know who I am, educate, and listen to what your pain points are. And it's okay, you have this issue, I have a solution. I'm going to share the solution with you. So on a Friday, we have set up a live where I'm going to go in. I'll have a little short presentation, a little workshop, take Q&A. So if you have any questions, when you watch this replay, put the questions in the chat so we can know what to respond to. We have a couple of questions from our last branding webinar that we're going to be answering on live. So if you want to watch a replay or follow along, join us then. And so we'll be on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'm going to try to figure out a way to have the cameras where I can share and do all of that. And even one of the good news I have this week is I'm on TikTok. I might be able to go live on TikTok because I have a TikTok shop. So I am waiting to get the products in before and get everything set up before I can go live on TikTok. But it's just, been a blessing to just do all that. But with entrepreneurship, it's hard work. It's not easy. It's tiring. People might see the whole different things in front of them, but they don't know the fire that's going on behind. So you need to just trust that the process, trust God in that, because He got us, right? He got us. He got you. So you have to keep on trusting the process. Hi, everyone who's watching. Thank you for watching. Say hi. Hi, Abby. So glad. I was just talking about you earlier, how I was talking about my branding journey, and I know it began with you. So I said, we still need to connect. I want to connect with you. I want to share some stuff with you. But it started with you, because when I had that consultation with you, I know God told me I need to talk to Abby. And Abby saw my my website, and she like, who you marketing to? And I felt after that, I was like, I was really marketing to myself. And I took that consultation really seriously and was able to really go back and study my site, do some research, figure out my messaging, figure out my story. And I also and just decide, okay, you know what I need to do next. So, and I had to take it one step at a time, because I would never thought that branding would be the way I would go. But then I go back and I look at all the stuff that I have done and all the stuff that I have studied, and I'm like, it's natural that it would be this direction. So I'm trusting the process, although it's so hard. It's so hard to trust the process. Also, when you have things that's going all around you, so yes, we should love. Yeah, I want to reconnect with you. So I'll probably send you a message. We can just connect and chit chat, just even for a short moment, because there's some stuff I want to share with you. I really want. I don't know how I can pay you back, because you were the springboard, the catalyst to where I am right now. It's not as far as I want to go so far, but I am knowing that, okay, that is the next direction for me. That's the next direction for me. So yes, you said trust the process. I am trusting the process. I think that should be my whole next thing, is trust the process, no matter how hard it is. Entrepreneurship is hard. Being a mom entrepreneur is hard. Being a military spouse, mom entrepreneur, trucker, military spouse, homeschooling mom, it is hard. It is challenging. But I'm trusting the process. I put it out there. One of my affirmation this year was that I have my dream team and I pay them an above living wage. So I do have my dream team, but I'm believing God that I can pay them the above living wage, because they are amazing. I couldn't do much without them. They have taken me to the next level, and I'm trusting the process with that too. And I can't believe, yes, I'm doing things one thing at a time. So I just came out here very shortly just to talk about a little bit about my branding. I'm going to have another longer, extensive talk. I'm going to do like a live webinar thing, hands webinar thing on live on Friday, just on Facebook, YouTube, and maybe Instagram might be hard because I can't really share my screen on it, but I'll figure it out to do that. But if you have any questions about branding, about your messaging, about getting your message out to others, I'm only teaching what I did. So I'm not teaching something above that. I'm just teaching what I did and using words that will make sense to you. So if you are in that journey, you're in the process, okay, you know what, I need to do a rebrand. I need help to do a rebrand. You know, I will be doing that. Like not really a webinar, but it's just like I'm just gonna be doing live on Friday on how what I did. You know, my story, my journey, answering questions, sharing some tools and resources, and if you are really wanting to do, we have a free Zoom on branding next week Friday. So if you're available, you can sign up. Everybody who will sign up gets the replay, and it's a really good webinar. And you're able to take your, it's just going to give you some good informations, and then a great offer at the end if you want to know that. So this is it's a presentation on branding, but also we have a great offer of a new program that we're offering. So if you're interested in that, join us. But the webinar alone, the education component alone, is amazing. So I hope you're able to join us. But on this Friday, I'll be doing a live on social media on branding. So whatever question you have, just do it there. So if you're interested in doing rebrand, one of the first thing I'm telling you is not just your logo, or your colors. It's not though. It's not that. Branding is not that. Branding is the way people see you and the way you want people to see you, how they feel, how they feel, how they feel when they see you, how they connect with you, and what is your value. So that values should be shared to others. So yeah, it's beyond the logo. It's you. I began this year with a workshop from Hello Alice. I'm one of their card members, and they had a business boost. And one of their speakers said, and I'm not going to take credit for it, that the CEO nowadays, the CEO is the new logo of the business. So if you are hiding, if you are hiding yourself, you are your logo. If you think of Facebook, you think of Mark Zuckerberg, you think of X, which is, you think, or Twitter. We have Elon Musk, part of it, so you are the logo of your business. So the way you portray yourself, the way you make people feel, is part of your business. So yeah, so as you work on your branding, begin with your story, craft your story. And as you craft your story, it will tell you how you want to, you'll see how it connects to your business. So when I do the onboarding with my entrepreneurs on the NASDAQ, that's one thing I love about it, is we do help them visualize their workday and be able to craft their story and see how it ties into their business. And usually that's one of the reasons why they started their business. And that's one thing that I did for my business, is figuring out my story, how I want it, how it relates to my audience, and then figure out what do I want them to see? How do they want to see me? And figure out how do I communicate that message to them, right? Because it's basically how they see me, right? So anyways, yes, Abby, I'm so glad you were able to cut the line. I almost did not come on. It's been really a hard past couple of weeks, but I had to push through the process because I told my team I was going to come on and share this information. We wanted to share that we're going to go live, so you can have a heads up. But on Friday around 6 Eastern, I think 6 or 7 Eastern, I need to verify the time. If you're on the mailing list, you will get an update. Hey, we're going live. You will get all the different locations. The easiest place to find us is on YouTube. It will give you the notification. So just subscribe on YouTube, and you're able to get the live. I probably can put the YouTube video on the YouTube link in the chat. Let me open up my notes. I open up my notes so I'm able to share the live with you. I don't know, share the location with you, but I'll open up my notes and you're able to go to YouTube. So I usually have like a note of all my social media handles on there. It's a little tip. Get a little notes, put all your social media through one location so you can able to just easily find it. So I'm putting it in the chat if you want to connect on our YouTube. We're right there. Hopefully you're able to catch us live, and we'll see you on Friday. So, and if you interested in coming on live with me and chit chatting about branding and want to, want me to help you craft your branding story on live, okay, let me know and put me in the chat, and I will send you the StreamYard, and we'll connect and make some plans on going live, and we can work on just that, workshop your branding on live for a little bit, and then you're able to do, if you want to be if you don't mind sharing your journey, your story is another opportunity for you too. All right. Okay, everybody, it's been a long day for me. I didn't want to stay more than 30 minutes, and it's coming to that time. If there's no questions, I will see you on Friday. I don't know if I'll pop up again, but just stay tuned. We'll have a few things here and there, and I will see you on Friday evening. All right. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Abby, for quoting me on here. And I'm probably going to be putting there, trusting the process. Yes, it can be challenging. I will see you all on Friday. Bye.